The Bob Nystrom Award is handed out to the player of the New York Islanders, quote, who best exemplifies leadership, hustle, and dedication. Of course, named after Mr. Islander, four-time Stanley Cup champ, and Islanders Hall of Famer Bob Nystrom, the award is usually voted on by the fans, so I have ranked 7 players worthy of consideration for such a distinguished honor. Here are some possible options. At number 7, Adam Pelech. You know the old saying, you don't know what you got until it's gone? So I will ask this question. If Adam Pelech did not get injured, would he have made this list? Maybe not. That is because Pelech relies on such a simple game that Islander fans took him and his defensive play for granted. The Islanders were not the same defensively when he left with an injury, and it is because of this impact Adam gets a rank in this year's nomination. What holds him back from getting higher is that he only played half a season, but make no mistake, when he does return, Islander fans will be looking at Pelech with a higher esteem and a greater appreciation. Sticking with the same theme, our 2-time defending winner, Casey Cizikas, comes in at number 6. The difference between Cizikas and Pelech is that Islander fans knew that the team would be in trouble if Casey went down long term, and that is exactly what happened. Without a third line for the entire season and the loss of Adam Pelech, the Islanders never really recovered from losing someone many would regard as, quote, their heart and soul. Cizikas was close to putting up similar numbers from last year, which was his career best, but due to the lack of games played, I could not move him higher on this list. I would dare say that on a healthy year, you may be looking at Cizikas being a finalist once again. At number 5, Thomas Greiss. Call this a lifetime Islanders achievement moment for Greiss, who I may regard as the best backup goalie in their history. Greiss had basically played to his previous Islanders averages this year, and was once again a big reason why the Islanders were doing so well before the injuries, his own funk, where he went 0-2-2 in his last 4 games, and only reaching a .906 save percentage once in his last 7 games. Despite all this, he still managed to win more than half his games, and I cannot ignore his contributions to the community. So, if this is the last year for Thomas Greiss in an Islanders uniform, I believe he does deserve some recognition for the Bobby Nystrom Award as a thank you for his 5 years as an Islander. Number 4, Matt Barzal. I'm in a love-hate relationship with Matt Barzal right now. I love that he was able to reproduce the same offensive numbers as last year despite playing 14 games less. I love that he was able to improve his two-way game and become a better overall player with a much brighter future than most may realize. I love the idea of comparing his style to that of former Islanders captain Doug Weight, NHL Hall of Famer Guy Carbonneau, and do I dare say Islander great Bryan Trottier. What I hated about Barzal's game was the dumb, untimely penalties that put the team in trouble, the me-first mentality on more than 20 occasions, the constant holding of the puck just so that opposing players could knock him off the puck and create unnecessary turnovers, or the infinite amount of squabbling at the referees. Islander fans need to remind themselves that he is only 22 years old. He will learn from his mistakes, and if he does not, someone on the team will make him remember. But do not be surprised to see his name climb the list soon. Coming in at number 3, Islanders captain Anders Lee. I might be too hard on our captain this year, but I guess it could be my own fault because I was expecting a little more out of Lee this year after signing a long, lucrative contract. He was on pace to finish and even maybe have a, quote, career Barry Trotz year, but for some reason I was hoping for more. His goal production was not bad at the end point of the season, but it was not great, and his whopping 2 power play goals still nothing short of a mystery to me and probably everyone else. I was hoping for a few more game winners and not prolonged goal drought streaks. Hopefully next year he can turn it around and he can become a finalist once again. Coming in at number 2, Ryan Pollock. Another player who was having a, quote, Barry Trotz year, and someone who was putting up highs in almost every offensive category with room to spare this season was Ryan Pollock. The Pollock and Pelech combo may become one of the best defensive pairings in the NHL soon, and Pollock still reminds me of his idol Shea Weber and former Islanders captain Brian McCabe. I do think Pollock has the leadership qualities to eventually be a captain someday, but nothing would shock me if he were awarded the A at some point down his Islander path. a steady increase in his offensive numbers, and his overall improvement in his defensive game, and soon the NHL will not have much of a choice in nominating Pollock for a Norris Trophy. Coming in at number 1, Brock Nelson. Nelson was the one returning free agent who I believed earned his contract. Another player who had a career, quote, Barry Trotz year would have had his best season as an Islander if it went 82 games. Having said that, I do believe the Islanders may have kept a second-line center who has not been this impactful since former Islanders captain Michael Peca. He is a leader by example, sticks up for his teammates, can put in some timely goals, and that necessary hit to energize the crowd. With the current coaching staff in place, and with the likes of Casey Cizikas, the ever-improving Matt Barzal, and newly acquired J.G. Pageau, the Islanders are boasting a lethal two-way depth at center that will challenge the entire NHL and will only allow Nelson to improve his overall game even further. So who do you think should win the Bob Nystrom Award? Leave your comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to Isles Talk on YouTube, and you can also follow Isles Talk on Facebook, Twitter, Periscope, and check us out on our website at islestalk.com. Thank you everyone for coming, and let's go Islanders.